We have a lot of information on them and about what they can do, but their enemies, Thanos, well, all we know is that he has the gauntlet and a few stones at their disposal.
Absolutely. Definitely something to be worried about. We will be looking out for any snaps coming across the map. One thing we do know about Thanos, or Thanos as it were said, is that this team was formerly known as Foxy in other events, and they have certainly made waves under that name. You can see some very familiar names and faces as we take a peek on over at the agent select for game 2 of our group stage. Certainly looking at Suya on the jet to be the big playmaker here for Thanos. On the opposite side for Zoomer Academy, you're going to want to keep your eyes on Bones and Seven. This is very much a dynamic duo for Zoomer Academy. Bones racking up the frags on duelists, be it Reyna, be it the Phoenix. Seven, jet extraordinaire, always dangerous with a dash. So keep your eyes on those two. But I definitely don't want to understate Perseverance as well. A very smart, intelligent Sentinel coming out for Zoomer Academy.
All right, I wanted to do some quick research real quick before I started talking here. I'm really curious to see what Thanos is going to do in this matchup because their team isn't really a full team. Karuz is a recent pickup, I believe, from Zero Marksman, and Harmony right now is subbing in for I'm not entirely sure who, but it's also going to be a former Zero Marksman alum. They've had an interesting time in the T3 scene, and while they haven't really found a lot of success themselves, it's the individual plays from each player that I think really shine through in the T3 scene. So I'm going to be looking a lot on Karus, especially to see what kind of nasty off plays they can find out. But it's going to be up to this relatively kind of patchwork team to see if they can find themselves having adaptability around Zoomer Academy, a team that is a little bit more bona fide and fortified, especially on a map that's so competitive like Ascent.
Absolutely. And one thing you have to watch out with Zoomer Academy, of course, this team is bringing strong individual talent. We touched on some of how strong those individual players can be. But the thing that impresses me most about Zoomer Academy is the team coordination that you see with this squad. They move around the map like a coordinated clockwork machine here. And that very well could be the difference. Once again, on Ascent at Zoomer Academy up against Thanos. Thanos starting out on defense. A bit interesting, maybe a bit non-canonical. I think Thanos was kind of on the attack, if you will, but that is enough Marvel jokes. Seven wasting no time, pushing up mid, takes the fight here, takes the early damage as well, and here comes the full push. The kills traded 1-for-1. Bond takes down Arctic. Seven takes down Harmony. Bond still on the backside here. Suya is gone undetected and picks up a double kill. And Zoomer Academy, for all their polish, for all their talent, they have fallen victim to the Thanos snap.
Holy, only one left alive now, and that's going to be Fletcher hiding out inside B main. The push that we saw going through mid was a really smart one, but Suya read right into it. A double kill with the frenzy no less is hard, and Fletcher finds themselves in a trap again. Thanos played that unbelievably defensively well, and you got to give the credit for that run to Suya. Being able to play CT almost the entirety of the round, finding the double kill, denying any sort of early rotates from a really unorthodox push from Zoomer, really read into exactly what those attackers wanted to play into. Zoomer Academy, they might have tricks up their sleeve, but I think they might have to take off the wizard robe for a second and really play down and dirty with Thanos.
Absolutely. Zoomer Academy kind of understanding the situation here. Full save, no force buy shenanigans coming in for the second round. Karuz with this Spectre pushing forward, but it's going to be Bond picking up the wallbang headshot, no less, onto Bones. Thanos further impressing here to start out this match. Perseverance lands the headshot onto Karuz. So once again, a 1-for-1 start here to get us started off in this second match of the group stage. Seven pushed up far as they like to do. Will peek a bit, won't be challenged. There is Cringe Joy. Or, yeah, Cringe Joy. I wanted to make sure I said that right. I was like, wait, is that actually the tag? Yes, it is Cringe Joy on site there, holding it down. Perseverance has already been brought so low by these B-side trades. Oh, playing a dangerous game is Perseverance. As soon as this dark cover goes down, there is mayhem about. Perseverance ducks away, lands a big shot onto Bond. Zoomer Academy now in a 3v3, very much alive in this round. Harmony trying to hold it down, will find big damage, but in the end backs away from this challenge. backs away into sight as Zoomer Academy storm for it. Suya laying down the pellets. It's going to be Harmony. Follows up with a kill onto 7. Thanos may be able to weather the storm here. Zoomer Academy, though, do have site control. They will be able to plant as well. So Thanos not out of the woods yet, but Harmony doing what they can. Very much impressing, picking up the 4K, eliminating any of the hope Zoomer Academy may have had for that thrifty win. And Thanos continue to roll.
And this is a complete role change too for Harmony. When they were on 0 marksman, Harmony played nothing but Cypher, laying back, playing that sometimes lurking Sentinel utility. Now playing the aggressive controller, Harmony feels so much more in their zone now. This team comp is really cool to see, but Zoomer Academy is putting up one heck of a fight too. They're playing slower. They adapted from the rush that they brought out on the pistols to a much slower default that they chose to bring out in the second round. They found a lot more success. They got the plant in the ground, but they keep opting for B, and I think Thanos are reading into this B play or this B dominance so much more. This next round, given that it will be a bit of a bonus coming up from Thanos' side, if they're able to rotate quickly to B, they might find some success, but if I'm Zoomer Academy, I'm already looking for my eyes to rotate to A as soon as finding one pick.
Zoomer Academy wasting no time once more with their first full buy, but Harmony gets the opening kill for the defenders, gets the opening 2 kills. Fletcher finally puts down Harmony, but Harmony inflicting serious damage. But here comes the attack. Perseverance gets one more. And Karuz, though, has gone undetected, able to dismiss away from the challenge after picking up that kill. Karuz picks up the double kill. Thanos are absolutely carousing here in this third round. Perseverance has clutch in their veins. Can they pull it out here? There goes the lockdown so early for this move, but Perseverance certainly knows what they're doing. Picks up the triple kill, and now a 1v1 situation. There goes the push, and there goes Karuz picking up the triple kill, picking up the clutch. Thanos are steamrolling to start out this first half.
Well, I predicted that we would see a huge rotate from Zoomer Academy. That didn't happen, and Thanos read into the B push exactly. I'm not really sure why Perseverance chose to bring out the lockdown. I get what they were trying to do. The lockdown goes under. It forces either the last 2 alive on Thanos to either push into both house and get taken down or get sedated? I don't remember the word for it. But regardless of the fact they instead chose to push up, he's able to find one, but the Reyna trades them out. That's not a great sign. You've lost your lockdown. That's a huge playmaker for your team, and now you have to rely yet again for having to take play to go to A.
Oh, wow, Suya. Oh, my goodness, Suya! What the heck? Picking up the double Bucky kill. Bond inflicting the pain onto Bose. Karuz takes down Perseverance. Zoomer Academy have been flawlessly executed here in this 4th round. Thanos, wow. Absolutely stunning performance from this new team.
Suya just plays so aggressively when they need to, and I don't think we've seen Suya get a kill that didn't lead immediately into a double.
Certainly
really nice, right?
The master of multi-kills there, Suya. Finally putting away the Bucky. No more shotguns for now. No, I say that too soon. The Bucky.
Well, it makes sense.
Oh my goodness.
The jet on the Bucky makes sense, right? But now we're going to see the op.
It will be the operator.
More, conventional.
Suya's trolling me for sure.
True, but Jet on the op on both sides, especially Karuz, who's been known in the tier 3 scene to be super good with it, can be able to juggle back and forth between the Bucky up close and the up. Now pushing towards A, 7 and company having pretty much free range of the site, but the double Molly's going to go down to stall out the push. At least that gives them time to rotate around if they have the choice, but if they go back to B, Dilly, they might find the same problem that they've had 4 rounds previously.
Suya did end up bringing the Bucky into this round. Both the operator and the Bucky available for Suya in this round. Certainly a master of many weapons is Suya, bringing both of them into this 5th round. And that is representative of the lead, the edge that Thanos has been able to develop here. Now bringing whatever they want into this round. Cringejoy holding it down onto A site the first time they've been challenged. Goes well, picks up the first kill. Bond there for backup, but 3 kills for Zoomer Academy. Roll right on through, and so they get themselves a 3v2 with 2 big ultimates available as well. Thanos, their perfect streak is in danger right now. Bond up in heaven. Their teammate on the opposite side of this site does get a one reveal with that recon bolt. spotted out by the turret there. Bond revealed this could be so difficult for Bond, but here comes the retake. Nonetheless, drops down. Fletcher takes him down. Now just Caruze. Can they pull a rabbit out of the hat once more? Caruze, as time takes down, getting stuck between a rock and a hard place. Perseverance takes down Caruze, and Zoomer Academy get a much needed breath of fresh air.
It was a rough start for Zoomer Academy, right? They immediately found opposition with the mollies on the ground for the, I guess the nano swarms on the ground from the Killjoy, but then they counter-adapted, went towards mid, found some luck, and they went back to A. They realized had they gone back to B, they would have found so many other problems and probably would have lost the round. But instead, persevering, and going into A site, they found a lot of luck in the post plan. You gotta give it to that Killjoy turret too to really find the spotting on Heaven's side, and that was just the beginning of the end. But now they're gonna try to press their luck, go A again. They're not gonna rotate to B, and that might be the play for them as well. But look at the counter adaptation to the turret on the side of the upper right. Bones playing a little bit slower, does have the Killjoy locked down in play as well, but only one's gonna be actually hiding on A, and that's in the back towards the Killjoy. Hiding around inside Heaven. Perseverance might find some opposition with the knives in their head, but Dilly, now it's gonna be underway going to a 4v4.
Zoomer Academy have stumbled here in this execute, and it may pay off here for Thanos, but Arctic and Seven still very much alive, combined for 2 crucial kills. Here comes the Empress from the side of Thanos, pushing forward. Oh, Suya takes down Seven, but Bones takes down Caruze. Arctic wins out over Suya. Now just Bond in the 1v1, knows exactly where Bones is at, but Bones so quick on the flick. Bones clutches it out for the 1v1. Zoomer Academy double up their round count, and that was a crucial round for Zoomer Academy, finally getting Bones and Seven into the fray. We said before this match got started, that is who you want to look at for Zoomer Academy to really put on the show. Bones and Seven have been largely shut out by Thanos here in the opening stages of this match up until that 6th round. They have gotten themselves into the match with a big statement and a big round for Zoomer Academy.
I think Bones and Seven are doing a really good job given their roles, though. They're able to get the entry, they're able to use a lot of the Killjoy utility brought out on Thanos' side, and they're pretty much just trying to waste as much utility on the other side. There's no excuse for that one, though. Bones tried to ego peek Suya, didn't quite work out the way they had hoped. But Perseverance able to find the trade, though. Those trades are good. Perseverance, like you said, Dilly's doing a really good job. But now look at this. Everyone on Zoomer Academy is really fragmented. The Omen having the spike by themselves could be up to Harmony right now to complete the entire round only a minute in. And there it goes. It works. The spike is on the ground. The round is essentially over unless this Sova could pick it up and really bring things home. But already Seven hiding onto the site is able to get that power positioning, taking over a little bit more. They're turning this around really effectively in dire straits, but the op from Suya is the what you need to watch out for. Given though they're already low on economy, they're at 0 at this point, Dilly. Keep in mind, if Suya loses this round, it's a huge eco round for everybody. He has to relegate it away, and the round is turning around to Zoomers.
Wow, this is stellar stuff from Zoomer Academy to weather the storm of Thanos. Can they close it out here? Suya, with this operator, has already been tallying up the kills. Can they find 2 more as the spike takes down? Suya has to play so dangerously in this situation. Oh, there's the peek from Bones. That's
Suya has to
from
save.
Seven, rather. Yeah, Suya has to save, will not save. Perseverance mows him down. I think Suya was trying to get to that abandoned Vandal or Phantom on the ground there. Tough to tell with the skins these days, but so close. Suya was there to securing the round for Thanos, but Zoomer Academy did really well to traverse that difficult situation.
And now look at a complete broken buy on Thanos' side, right? You have one Vandal coming out from Bond, but everybody else relegating to Sheriffs and Stingers. Bond now needs to stay alive for the whole round and may have to go for a save if things go in Zoomer's favor. You put yourself in this weird kind of pendulum effect between the team itself, where the teams for a while, unless they win this round, they're going to be on a complete different page with one another, economically and in terms of artillery. That's why I really think Suya should have saved the op there. You wouldn't have this issue now. But we're going to be seeing a lot of aggression coming onto A this time, not through main, but instead through trees. Bolts in the possession of each team, though, pushing up A main themselves. Everyone on the defense pushing up A might be a bit trapped, but it's going to be Arctic who might be facing the brunt of it.
Wow, Thanos taking their time, but still pushing forward aggressively here. They will win out over Arctic. Arctic didn't really know what to do there, and Seven gets a quick double kill. The quick two-time onto Cringejoy and Suya, and Perseverance mowing down Bond. So Thanos, the hope of stealing away a thrifty round, slipping away, and Bones, no, did Harmony dirty there. Could have gone for the knife kill, but Bones at least showing some semblance of respect in that moment. Now just Karuz with a Sheriff. You have to imagine Karuz will just kind of run it down here. No point in trying to save, no point in trying to stay alive. Does get one for their troubles, but Zoomer Academy get the all-important round. They tie us up at 4 apiece, and Zoomer Academy, they dropped 4 rounds right in a row, and they got 4 rounds right on back.
It's hard to say who has the lead right now, right, Dill? But here's the thing, though, right? Suya, again, going for the op. We haven't really seen a lot of action happening with this op. Something that we typically see the VCS, right, is almost like this kind of op stalling almost, right? I mean, there's no term for it, but they want to hold on to this really precious weapon as much as they can, that they opt to go way too defensively compared to the rest of their team, and it ends up hurting them each round, and they're not finding kills with it either. This is up now. It's going to be a huge advantage for Zoomer Academy. A complete ambush and trap on Highway, taking them down. Suya's proving me wrong. But even then, they're not able to find any sort of push or any leverage into the round. Arctic and company, though, getting up into B site, having as much as they can. It's only one stalling things away, but they're going to fall as well. And now the push needs to go into shove with this retake.
Zoomer Academy in a 3v3 with the lockdown as well, spilling out onto B site as the spike takes down Suya in this upward angle, trying desperately to land a shot, but the lockdown rather will force them away for now. Here comes the repeat, but Thanos, they are running out of time. They've got to press the issue. Suya picks up the Vandal, sends out the cloud cover, and now here comes the retake as the paranoia rolls through. Suya pushes forward. Karuz takes down Arctic. Karuz takes down Perseverance, and Harmony closes it out. Thanos put down Zoomer Academy for the 9th round.
And that was a great retake coming out from Thanos, right? They were able to let everyone, they pretty much let Zoomer Academy go onto the site. There was opposition from the Sova, sure, but even then, just let Bond fall, maybe get some damage on the side, and everybody else goes for the retake. A lot of teams on the defense usually struggle trying to retake on B site, but I think the way that Thanos did it, getting some elevated control, they were able to find these really sneaky angles into Boathouse that I don't think Zoomer Academy was expecting.
So, Thanos, they stumbled a bit, but they've struck right back. They've shown they are not down and out for the count. They're still here to defend that lead. And Zoomer Academy, despite the 4-round streak they built up, only able to tie it up, haven't been able to find a round advantage quite yet. This could be the time, though. They want to tie it right back up. Perseverance and Bones go for 2 early kills. The Empress pop for Thanos, and Karuz making the most of it, wins out over Fletcher. That's the spike down for Zoomer Academy. Here comes the push from Cringejoy. Killjoy on Killjoy, and Perseverance wins out, but Karuz picks up the double kill. The Empress is still very much in game here, but the Hunter's Fury, oh, so close to taking down Karuz, but Karuz will just be able to narrowly escape. Bones, though, now making the big Reyna play, takes down Bond, takes down Karuz. That's the triple kill. That's Zoomer Academy tying us right back up, and neither of these teams look like they're going to let the other put together any sort of streak anytime soon.
What a messy trade fest happening inside mid, right? No one was able to come out on top there, but Zoomer Academy found the extra gun strength to get away from mid and be able to use what they could, just mow down everybody, consolidate inside mid after the trades went over. Zoomer Academy, they've been really good about finding these kills when they're able to. It's just that Thanos has been able to position their team as a whole a lot better to adapt. Already, the positioning coming out for the Flash, the paranoia coming out from that Omen, really strong to see, Dilly. But now, there wasn't really much of an effect from that. It stalls out the attack a little bit more, might bait out or rotate, but already Suya's primed and ready for someone to go mid, and you already know from those highlights, someone's going to try to take the shot.
Oh man, nobody can resist peeking that mid corridor there. Certainly not the Killjoy turret, putting in some work, but Suya takes down Perseverance. Perseverance has to wonder why they ended up there, and Suya gets a refill of the daggers for good measure. So Zoomer Academy, they've been so strong to get themselves back on equal footing, but they've struggled to take the lead. This could very well be indicative of those problems. Suya gets put down before they pick up the triple kill, but not before they deal serious damage to Fletcher, brought down to 25 HP, and now Fletcher trying to set their team up for that A side play. It's only Harmony there with just the classic to try and stop them, won't be able to do so. And Zoomer Academy, this is a dire 3v4, but still they get the site. They are hesitating to get the spike plant, and now Thanos coming through with that Hunter's Fury, coming through with the retake. That's Fletcher dealt with. 7 though, popping off. 7 picks up the double kill as Bond picks up a double kill of their own with that Hunter's Fury, and so 7 with the 1v2. 7 has already picked up 2 kills in this round. Can they find 2 more for the dub? But they are completely unaware. There's the sound cue, and there's the spot from 7. Now the defuse. 7 has to get on with it as there is the halfway marker. 7 running out of time. There's simply nothing in it, and 7 loses the round, loses their life. But Thanos expertly played to give themselves the lead once more. And geez Louise, we find ourselves in the last round of the half.
Thanos played that extremely well. That's all you can really say. Their positioning and allowing the post plant to go under rather than contesting it before the spike goes down was extremely smart. They had the numbers advantage, they had control or room to control heaven, but they opted instead to wait for the post plant for everyone to get in their typical default positions on Zoomer's side, and they played off of that super well. You gotta give it to Harmony too, who went for the attempted flank on A, and while it didn't really work out as a flank per se, they got the early defuse down, and it was a huge distraction against 7. But going into another round, we do see a fragmented Zoomer potential attack coming through. It's not going to be a fast one like we've seen in the past, but we do see Harmony, Fletcher especially, hiding around mid, spike in hand, not a lot of trade potential from the Reyna to his right. Might be able to find an opening pick here, but it's this Reyna I'm curious about in the mid, who is playing really offensively. Though now, everyone's hiding back a little bit more, Dilly. Look at this. No one on Thanos wants to find that opening pick. They know exactly that if they let Zoomer play into them, they can find that power positioning, get the shots, and have Zoomer really quaking to figure out what the heck's going on for the next move.
Well, Thanos advancing on the A side of the map, they've got to be almost certain now that the play is B for Zoomer Academy, but Thanos haven't advanced on the B side of the map. They're sitting back. There's actually this very nice retake coming in for Thanos. So you can see the formation starting to form, and Cringejoy gets the action started, takes down Bone. The dueling lockdowns competing for control of the B site. Cringejoy, marches right through the fire of the flames. That was not a good call. Perseverance mows down the opposing Killjoy, and now the damage really starting to roll through. Karuz takes down Perseverance as 7 takes out Bond. 3-3 now as the spike goes down, and there's all kinds of fireworks popping off around B site. 7 picks up the kill on Harmony. Arctic takes down Suya, leaving just Karuz, leaving just no one. 7 picks up the triple kill. Zoomer Academy tie it up for the 3rd time here in that first half, and what a first half it was. 6-6. Thanos versus Zoomer Academy start off the second half of our second group stage match of the day.
By no means is anyone in this game caught out or counted out just yet, right? Everyone has been putting in their work, but you gotta give it to Suya and Perseverance. They're both top fraggers for their teams, but they're able to find these beautiful entry kills that really alter how the game, or at least the rounds, are being played. Perseverance, especially finding a lot of these opening picks, has been able to alter especially how the defense wants to rotate and their tempo, but Suya stalls the pushes as long as they humanly can. It's this kind of duality that we've seen between both teams that have been able to bring us to this 6-6. But as we rotate now, switching the sides, getting a very fast push, and 7 wasn't prepared for it as they get mowed down on B main. There's only going to be one left. It's the Sova. Arctic has found themselves in this spot before, but only attacking when Braun was at Sova.
Arctic picked up that big shock dart kill here, evening the tide for Zoomer Academy, but that's a shock dart in retaliation, and the kills, the kills very much equal now as we're in a 1v1. Perseverance pushing forward with the help of that turret. Bond in a dangerous position, but still finds the headshot. Bond takes down Perseverance, the 1v1 clutch. Thanos once again take the lead. Thanos once again keep Zoomer Academy off of the lead.
I mean, pistol rushing in the beginning, that's not something that Zoomer Academy really did, except for the beginning rounds themselves, right? They rushed into B themselves, they found those early successes, and you would think Zoomer Academy doing that themselves, they'd put a little bit more manpower on B side, expecting that their opposition would do the same thing. But no, they didn't. They only had a few there playing super aggro in B main, and they're doing it again. 7 this time though with a Bucky in hand may find more success, but Suya was able to do the same thing in round number 3 with the same exact Bucky, the same exact agent. So it's a bit of a trick this time. No, everyone's pushing inside B main. Instead they're taking mid, and Bones is able to take full advantage of that, trapping everybody with CT only way out.
Kills favoring Zoomer Academy, but 2 right back for Thanos. They will drop Harmony, so that's a 3v2 here. But Zoomer Academy, their health bars have been brought so dangerously low, they could drop at any moment. Thanos now on the hunt. The remaining 2 members pushing through, Karuz and Bon on the hunt. Zoomer Academy with full control of the spike here. Thanos have to take the fight right on to them. Karuz running out of time on that overheal. Ooh, thought about pushing the dark cover, thinks better of it this time, and Thanos still a fair chunk of time on the clock, but as we said, the spike is not in their hands. They've got to go for it if they want a chance at winning this round. Here comes the push. Karuz and Bond get the 2 kills, but 7 still very much alive. Now a 1v1. 7 versus Karuz. 7 takes the win. Zoomer Academy tie it up once more, 7-7.
Holy. From the beginning, it just seemed like Zoomer Academy knew exactly how Thanos wanted to play. If the success on the pistol round, pushing B main would work, why not do it again? Except Thanos had a trick up their sleeve. They didn't want to necessarily push, but they had the end goal of going B anyways. But having that bit of a stall allowed Zoomer time to push through catwalk, get the smokes down, and find the opening picks in mid, and just essentially suffocate them as much as they could. And they did. Now it's 7-7. Things need to adapt now on Thanos' side. The aggression seems to work, the slower pace did not, but they've only gone B. If they go A this time, even through catwalk, and it seems like they might, they're gonna go super stealthy here, Dilly. It's gonna be Fletcher though, with the flash in hand, might be able to stall out everybody, and he goes for it, gets one with the Bulldog. He has a bunch of others to do it, but he's only able to find one, damages so many, but that is gonna get how exactly where Zoomer and Thanos are gonna play.
Oh, Bones pushing forward, picks up the double kill. This is so confident from Bones, picks up the triple kill. Perseverance puts a nice little bow on top. Zoomer Academy take the lead for the first time in this matchup.
And like, what do you do in that instance, right? You push through cat, you put all of your eggs in that basket, hoping to whatever deities in the sky that no one's gonna flank you from cat on A main. And they don't, thankfully. But if you get taken one down, you're flashed out completely, the next call your IGL makes is going to be a tough one. Do you rotate out and go through double doors? Do you go through mid? There's no good answer to that question, and I think maybe pushing tree was the way to go, but it was just unfortunate, but by then Zoomer Academy had pushed up and just mowed everybody down in a triple. But they're not going to go for that again, thankfully. They're going to space themselves out and go for default yet again. Bones is able to find the opening pick, and Suya, no less, is going to be the first one to go. Dilly, you got rid of the huge X factor of Thanos' sides. They're kind of neutered to an extent, but they have 2 ults to play with.
Karuz still very well could open up a multi-kill with that Empress. Hunter's Fury will come out from Bond, and Bond's been so good with it. Gets another hit of it as well. Bond picked up a double kill with that Hunter's Fury earlier on. Picks up 1 here in the 16th round. Thanos, now the job has been put to them to even the tide. It's been Zoomer Academy who's been playing catch-up through this whole match, and now it is Thanos' turn to try and catch up to the Young Guns, but Fletcher puts down Cringe Joy. That's a 4v3 for Zoomer Academy. Karuz now pops the Empress, trying to find some opposition to take him on, but Zoomer Academy now biding their time as the spike goes down. This is so dangerous. Up on Evan. Bond. Karuz though went out. How did they do it? Picking up 2 very important kills. Now just a 2v3. What was a 4v3 for Zoomer Academy has fallen into tatters, and now Zoomer Academy have to push forward, but they have to push right into Karuz. Karuz holds it down, takes down Fletcher. Just Arctic remaining. Arctic is getting sprayed through the wall, has to push forward here, but there is 2 lurking attackers. Bond hunts down Arctic, and Thanos tie us up 8 rounds apiece.
Whew. A has been so much more hotly contested for both teams, and if they continue pushing A, I think we're going to see overtime. But here's the thing, right? Zoomer Academy almost guarantee beat every single round. Because of just how Thanos wants to push, they haven't found much success going slow, not much success going fast either there. But if they continue going A, Thanos keeps trying to employ different strategies and micro adaptations coming out from Zoomer's side, and while it's cool, they're able to find the leg up almost every single time, except for that last round. But here we go again, the same default plays before, just mirror mode this time for Thanos, predominantly focusing on B, but if Bones is able to find the opening pick again, that's a strong beginning there. But even after losing Suya at the beginning of last round, Thanos still made that round work with 2 bodies to spare.
Thanos pushing up this mid corridor here. The buys are fragmented for either side here. Cringejoy knows there's some defenders somewhere around here as they have already lost that turret to a challenge. Thanos have actually established quite a great deal of real estate through the mid corridor. They can flow freely about the map, but here comes a flank from Zoomer Academy from the B side of the map. If Thanos don't pull the trigger here soon, they will be stabbed right in the back.
Flank.
Here comes Bones. Oh, Bones could just absolutely mop up here. Bones picks up the double kill, picks up the heal, has the Empress ready to go. Here comes the push. Thanos took too much time, and now they are getting gunned down on Catwalk. Harmony does what they can, but it is all for naught. Zoomer Academy take the lead once more.
I mean, you gotta give it to Zoomers though. They try to adapt around what happened against them on their original Catwalk play in round number 14, I believe. But they adapted it enough where they found some more ground, but even then, the same exact result happened. You know, I had mentioned the first time that Thanos had pushed Catwalk that they were lucky that there wasn't a flank. Well, this time around there was a double flank, and that's what really killed them. Had they pushed a little bit faster, they could have found a lot more real estate on A site, but they just did not have the intel to know anyone was pushing through mid. They have to really be careful with intel, and watch out for the early aggression too with 7. He's able to find one. The Hunter's Fury has to get canceled, but the unfortunate team is going to go through. But it's a worthy cause. You know, I'm sorry, little one, but you have to go down in order for Zoomer Academy to win the round.
This is Zoomer Academy at their best, just reckless abandon, trying everything just to punch their enemy right in the face. Zoomer Academy kick down the door, they kick down Thanos. Now just Karuz remaining, who has been very much revealed by the all-seeing eyes of Arctic, and now Zoomer Academy are very much set to get themselves the biggest lead thus far, their biggest lead thus far of this match. Can Karuz find a bit of magic up against these 2 remaining members? Arctic finds the opening damage. Here comes Bones to finish the job. Bones picks up the quadra kill, has the Empress ready to go, and Zoomer Academy very much in the driver's seat for the first time here in this match.
I mean, Zoomer Academy at this point, they're just swinging. And their swinging's working so well. They swung in mid, found 2 flank kills. 7 swung at the beginning of last round and found almost a triple kill, no less. Taking down everybody on A. What can Thanos do, right? The only thing that they can really do, besides, you know, outgun Zoomer Academy, is use your ults. If they enter you with the Killjoy ult, there's no Hunter's Fury for Zoomer to use. They might be able to have a free access to B site.
We'll see how it plays out for Thanos, as now once again Zoomer Academy ramping up the aggression. Here comes Bones on the push, and Bones once more finds the opening kill, takes down Cringejoy, and Thanos have stumbled at the start of this 19th round. They do still have 2 ultimates in the pocket, but against the 4 that are on offer for Zoomer Academy, it is dire straits here for Thanos. Suya trying to find some room for their team to work with, does establish control here of A site for these 2 members of Thanos, but the push is so fragmented, the spike is nowhere to be found. This control is for nothing.
It could be a gigantic bait though. If everyone on B site rotates away, this could be a great chance to teleport to B, but no, instead they teleport to A. Are they trying to debate Zoomer Academy at this level? That's a really difficult ask to see, and Suya finding a pick onto Bones is going to be a great start, but even then the damage sure is broken and the water cores are flooding down on the mid side. It's going to be a very tough ask for Thanos to bring this back, but they have the defending Killjoy to run away as well. This is a perfect opportunity for Zoomer to take over the spike. It's so fragmented, Dilly, just like you said, and there's not a lot you can really do here. A double kill with the Molly, no less, is going to say yes to this round in the favor of Zoomer. That's only going to put them 1 round away from match point.
Wow, Perseverance, absolute killjoy savant, picks up the double kill with the Nano Swarm grenade. Do you see Karuz getting a bit of a consolation prize at the end, but Perseverance, hats off to the top fragger. 21, 14, and 3 for the killjoy, and the impact cannot be overstated. Perseverance has been everywhere, burning down the opposition with those Nano Swarm grenades, those turret placements as well, and you can't forget the lockdowns for Perseverance have been so impactful for Zoomer Academy. Has certainly been the X factor here in this match, and now Zoomer Academy, in a game in which they trailed by 4 rounds at one point, are now just 2 rounds away from sealing the deal. Here comes Thanos trying to stay alive, fighting for their lives, but Fletcher puts down 2, will lose out to Cringejoy. The kills go 2 for 1, favoring the defenders thus far, as Thanos now once more getting set up on A site, and once more Zoomer Academy setting up for the retake, but the lockdown will delay those plans just a bit.
If this lockdown doesn't work, the game is over. That's what the stakes are right now, Dilly. This lockdown needs to work and go underway. Thanos already losing so many bodies. It's a 3v2. Zoomer Academy have all the positioning they need. They just need to defuse the spike. One's already been detained. Not sure exactly which one was detained, but look at this. Everyone hiding inside hell. Perseverance has been, like you said, a savant on A side with this killjoy, and if they're able to find any sort of luck now, they have to drop and find this double kill right now. Unfortunately, it doesn't quite go the way they had hoped. It's a trade central instead, but look at this. The defenders win it, and the game is essentially over, I would say.
Is there enough time?
Now match point. Zoomer, yeah, there is. Zoomer having that
Is there?
No?
Is there enough time?
Really?
Is there enough time?
Huh.
Oh.
Okay, so the game is still on. You know, it's hard to say that you want to count out Thanos, right? Because the lockdown was so important and paramount to that round, but they stalled just enough time to make sure Zoomer Academy couldn't go for the defuse.
Yeah.
So now they're still in the game.
Zoomer Academy stomped their feet around just a bit too much preparing for that retake, and while it was very succinct, was clean in the end, it wasn't quite quick enough. Zoomer Academy drop a much needed round. They give away much needed ground to Thanos, and now Thanos with some new wind in their sails. 7 with the Bucky in the hand. Oh, trying to find the pick, but Cruz puts him down, heals up for good measure, and now Thanos are rolling with the new life. Arctic trying to mount a response, picks up the double kill. Arctic trying to close this one out here, and now picks up the triple kill. Bones combines for a 4th, and so Thanos are absolutely left decimated on the A site. Zoomer Academy pick up the round, which they may feel they should have picked up the previous round before, but nonetheless, Zoomer Academy out onto match point.
The rushing into A didn't work without the lockdown. They were able to get onto the site via rushing before they had used the lockdown, sure, but it was the lockdown that was really the icing on the cake. It was the glue that put everything together. It made sure Zoomer Academy couldn't immediately go and rush them down from Heaven's side. So without that really important ult, it makes the A push less likely to function. I really think Thanos need to consider going back to B again. They've had a lot of luck there, but with A, sure, it's been like 50-50, but it's starting to pendulum swing away from themselves in these final rounds. Dilly, this is the final round potentially of the series. They're going into the site that they have predominantly lost these last few rounds. I don't know if this is a good idea for Thanos.
It's a big gamble for the attackers. The kills go 1 for 1, make it 2 for 1. As Zoomer Academy look to exert control before the spike even goes down. Thanos have been absolutely shredded by the retake. Bond now in a 1v3 gets the kill onto Fletcher, gets the kill onto Bones with the shock dart. Now just a 1v2 for Bond. Full HP, full armor. Wants that rifle upgrade, can't reach it quite yet. Here comes the recon drone. Won't get the bolt. That's an important thing to remember here, but there's all kinds of kit from Arctic for Bond to deal with, but Bond stands tall, picks up the triple kill. Bond picks up the quadra kill. Thanos still very much alive.
Holy, from the brink of death, we see Thanos each and every single time defying what are essentially impossible odds, it feels, on A site. But you gotta keep in mind too, Dilly, right? If you're winning from 4Ks, if you're winning from stalling out milliseconds away from a defuse, you are treading such a fine line. If you're Thanos right now, they're literally riding on the edge. They're holding on tight, but they only need to do it for 2 more rounds. If they can force that overtime, victory is very clearly in their sights. but they have to really luck out these next 2 rounds. And given how things have been going with them, with that 4K, with the fuse not going in their favor, things are looking pretty good for them, but they have to pull rabbits out of their hat over and over again. Look already, on the site, essentially, the spike in almost the ground. They have control of A, but where are the defenders at? They're playing a little bit slower.
That's going to give Karuz that opening kill as Suya flies up and over, pushing towards the opposition. Suya mows down Bones. Zoomer Academy have stumbled greatly in this round. Thanos very much wrapping it up for themselves. Fletcher in this 1v3. There is near little hope for Fletcher, but Fletcher trying to make some magic happen. Takes down Bond. Fletcher takes down Cringejoy. Can Fletcher finish it out right here now in the 1v1? Knows exactly where the opposing Omen is. Harmony has revealed themselves. Fletcher with the HP advantage, with the armor advantage, now pushes forward. Harmony none the wiser. Here comes Fletcher. Oh, so close, spots the shoulder, fakes the defuse. Here comes Fletcher. No, can't get it done. Harmony stands tall on A site. Thanos pick up a much deserved round, and Thanos 1 round away from overtime.
I am going to go into cardiac arrest if this keeps happening on A site. This has been 3 rounds in a row now in the favor of Thanos. Or you could almost say 4, but it was broken up by 1 on Zoomer's side. Each time, again, riding on the very, very minuscule edge, just hoping for the best. But if you're Zoomer Academy, you have to think of something to stall out this initial push. Once Thanos gets on the site, they have one heck of a time really taking out anyone that pushes up Zoomer. And that's not to say Zoomer already, they just push individually. They don't trade off each other too. So Thanos is able to take advantage of both of these things. Bones, playing very risky here, is doing something smart where he's able to potentially find one and stall out, especially Suya, who loves to just jet dart her way onto the site. But unfortunately, she misses the opening shot. Karuz is able to find it instead, and now the floodgates have opened potentially for a rotate.
That is bad news for Zoomer Academy, but the silver lining being they still have that Blade Storm for the side of 7, as well as the lockdown available for Perseverance. So still some fireworks ready to go, but Thanos have the very same tools in their kit. Arctic now, the sole defender here on B side, is the lockdown for the attackers, rolls through Suya with that Blade Storm, takes down Arctic, and now Suya pushing forward on the hunt for more. Suya picks up the double kill, but loses out to 7, and now 7 gets sniped down by Bond with that Hunter's Fury. Has been so successful and that is almost certainly Thanos sending us on into overtime, but Fletcher ain't done yet. Brought down to 31 HP, picks up the double kill. Fletcher pushing forward. So low is Cringejoy. If Fletcher can find that peak, here comes Fletcher. Oh, finds Cringejoy, but Karuz there for the backup. 12-12, we're headed into overtime.
So keep in mind what we had said before, right? Going into overtime now, victory could very well be in the sights for Thanos. They had a pretty good run on the defense. Their run on attack was surprising, to be sure, but if they can win this defensive round, I honestly think Dilly Day could probably win this over Zoomer Academy. I would say, though, that they've been playing a little bit less consistent than Zoomer, but when they make those plays that work, they make the plays that alter the entire space of what they need to do. They quite literally use the time stone to win these last few rounds.
Absolutely, making the most use of the Infinity Gauntlet, as it were. Cringejoy picking up the Operator, no armor. An interesting pickup for a Killjoy, to be sure.
I don't like that.
We'll see how it goes. Cringejoy certainly very confidently peeking this mid-corridor. Won't be challenged as of yet. Zoomer Academy with the spread offense approach, splitting their members quite evenly across the map. All comes down to these last couple rounds. Fletcher, as we said, playing their cards close to their chest. Thanos, the furthest positioned player they have is Suya, pushed up on the catwalk here, looking for a challenge, but neither side wanting to oblige the other as the clock ticks down to just 1 minute. Zoomer Academy will have to make a play sooner rather than later. Here comes the util blocking off that view for Cringejoy. Suya, though, pushes up catwalk, finds the double kill. Suya looking to send Zoomer Academy packing. Cringejoy pushes that smoke with the Operator, snipes down Fletcher, and now Thanos in a very, very fortuitous 5v2, but Arctic on the flank here. Have they revealed themselves? Yes, it's too late. 7 now. The lone remaining attacker picks up the double kill, but there are 3 still more more to go. There is no spike in hand, and there is only 30 seconds left on the clock. This is do or die time. 7 has died. Thanos get themselves the lead, and now get themselves onto match point.
Very slow, a very calculated round coming out from Thanos' side. I got really scared when Arctic went for that flank there. That could have been huge, but they just fired a little too early. That may have been a misclick. That may have just been nerves. But Arctic going for that could have costed them the entire round. I don't want to blame that entirely on Arctic, but that flank could have been a game changer right there. Thanos now in the match point once again could bring this home, and they're going to go for what has worked for the majority of the second half They're going to go for A yet again, pulling magic rabbits out of their hats and using the Mind Stone to foretell exactly where Zoomer Academy may or may not be playing, it seems. Now notice there's almost no defender presence on B site at all. The Jet pushing their way towards B, going to go for some mind games, rotating all the way to B site. It seems like something that Zoomer Academy hadn't considered just yet. There is going to be a little bit more of a rotate presence from the back. The turret already detecting one. Are they going to go and dedicate themselves to B? The answer seems to be yes, but Suya's trapped, 30 health in a dream, able to get in the position back in the marketplace. Dilly, this could be Suya's time to shine if they can find any sort of marketplace presence. They find one, but not able to trade it out.
Oh, Cringejoy lands another big snipe, picking up the operator for the attacking half as well. Big stuff from Cringejoy, monumental. Thanos now are able to get the spike down. Look at Perseverance has gone undetected on the flank. Bones takes down Cringejoy. Bond though on the side. Bond wraps it up with the double kill. That's it. Thanos have snapped. They have taken the dub. They are quite likely moving on to top 32 after such a momentous victory.
A soul for a soul. We saw a lot of those trades go on through for both sides. And Thanos, like I said, if they were able to make it back into OT, they were probably going to win. They found something that nobody else could against Zoomer Academy. They were able to maneuver their way around, and they fully downloaded exactly what them on the defense wanted to do. Zoomer Academy, they kept playing the same defense each round. And while it did work for a little while, and while they were hesitant to adapt for a little bit to go fully committing to A, when they finally did in overtime, Thanos took advantage of that and went to B, and the rest was history.
Well, it does not get any closer than that. That was certainly a nail biter throughout the entire match as well. The longest streak of rounds that we saw either team pick up was the streak of 4 that each team picked up to start us off, get us to that 4-4 setting. And from there on, it was just round for round action. Zoomer Academy looked like they were set to put it away in the later stages of the second half, but they slipped up, they stumbled, and Thanos took advantage, took the win, took us to overtime, and closed it out from there. Especially well done to Bond. So dangerous with those Hunter's Fury. I don't think we saw a single one miss. And your MVP will be Bond, will be the Sova landing those Hunter's Furies with near deadly accuracy. I don't know that we've seen more Hunter's Furies kills in a single match. Bond, a very well-deserved match MVP.
Everyone in that game played unbelievably well. They played their roles the way they needed to. The rotates were nice to see it, but I think just overall, Thanos towards the very end just were able to out-adapt Zoomer Academy. Bond, like you said, very well deserving of that MVP. Being able to get everything on those Hunter's Furies as well were game changers for a lot of those rounds. And without Bond and those Hunter's Furies, we could have very well seen a much more dominant win.
Absolutely. And so every piece playing their part for Thanos and the Infinity Gauntlet. And we are now finished up with our second group stage match of the day. We have one more before we move into the top 32, as it were. So we are going to take a short few-minute break, and we'll be right back with our final group stage match of the day. Stick around. You definitely don't want to miss it.